What are the best life hacks for poor people? If you have access, ethnic grocery stores usually have cheaper produce. If you wind up homeless, get a Planet Fitness gym membership, $10 a month, so you can shower every day. The one near my work also has free Wi-Fi. $10 a month free showers, free locked storage locations in practically every city in the US can shower, shit, shave, wash, even occasionally get free pizza, added benefit of getting to work out. You could live in a car and spend $10 a month and slap together a semi-functioning form of homelessness. No judgment, pretty great bonus if you're literally living there. Go to the library. Not only are there books there, but also you can check out video games, sewing machines, movies, museum passes. So much more. Not to mention the software, education and events that can help you get a raise, promotion, or better job. Libraries ducking rule. I'm pretty comfortable financially but still use the library all the damn time. Mine even checks out wall art. But, why? Can't look like an uncultured Neanderthal for your Tinder date. I was thinking, man, there must be a lot of house showings going on in that town. This would make a lot of sense in my area. It's very transitory. I'm a dog walker and it's interesting to see how long various houses stay on the market. Hot sauce is a simple investment to turn sad, bland food into sad, slightly less bland food. Swing by a Taco Bell and you can get some for free. There was a very sad time in my life where dinner regularly consisted of Taco Bell sauce on saltine crackers. Those were hard times. I'm glad you no longer have to experience those hard times. Aw, thanks. At the time it honestly didn't even seem that bad to me. This was in my early 20s. I grew up fairly poor, so it was just a given that sometimes shit's hard, you know? It wasn't until I got in a much more comfortable situation that I looked back on those times and realized how broke AF I was. #X200B, also, I was never really in any danger there. I could have called some of my family and they would have brought me food, helped me out, but as I said, it didn't really seem that bad at the time. Supercook.com has a recipe generator that will help you make good meals with whatever you have at home. Best thing ever. Went from boring basic meals to actual tasty meals. Edit. Thank you for the gold kind people, thank you for the silver kind people, you all have made my week with the comments and the golds and silvers. Also, if you're low on supplies, there are places to call, like the Society of St. Vincent de Paul. They give hampers and don't push the religion on you, they just help you out with a hamper. Where I'm from in Canada, a hamper usually refers to a big box or a bunch of bags of free food. We don't call our laundry hampers. We call them laundry baskets. Just how I've always heard it. I'm not sure if it's okay, but there is an amazing post in Poverty Finance where someone compiled a list of resources to draw on to help out those in various stages of need. It is a long post but well worth the read. If you live close to one, Planet Fitness membership. $10 per month, and the location near me does free pizza once per week, and free bagels once per week. That's 8 meals for $10. Plus you can save on your water if you want by using their showers. Also, when you're broke, it's hard to kill time and not spend money. So go to the gym and use their Wi-Fi to watch shows while you walk on a treadmill. It's honestly a great way to kill time. Why would a gym give out food that is so carb heavy? It seems counterproductive. Rich people throw out amazing stuff. If you know someone with a truck, you can go around the wealthy areas on garbage day and get all sorts of furniture, appliances, and clothing. A little cleaning and maybe a few minor repairs and you have lots of stuff to use or sell. Before I moved out the poor zone, I had 10 old computers I'd picked up off the roadside. Cobbling parts from one to another, I got 4 of them up and running. Sold one to a coworker for $90. Cost to self, $0. Edit, I didn't have a car at the time. I biked everywhere. Other edit, it wasn't a time-consuming effort on the one I sold. 2 parts swapped, some dirt dust removal, and probably the most time spent cleaning out the previous user's stuff. Maybe 40 to 50 minutes. $90 for less than an hour's effort? Okie doke. It still amazes me how quickly people toss out barely broken computers. A few years ago my brother was telling me about how his neighbors were throwing out their laptop because it made a strange noise and Windows wouldn't boot. After a bit of back and forth of me asking questions about the laptop, I explain my theory and how it just needs a new hard drive. At that point, my brother points to a laptop on the coffee table and says, "Thought you'd say something like that. If you can fix it, you can have it." Woo! Free laptop. All it took was 10 minutes replacing the hard drive with a spare I had and a fresh Windows install. Computers are magic boxes for the vast majority of people. Even though they're just expensive Legos lol. At Walmart or most grocery stores you can buy a rotisserie chicken for wicked cheap. They're actually cheaper to purchase cooked instead of raw, and you can make several meals out of just the meat you scrape off the bones. I often make sandwiches or wraps and it'll typically last for like 6 meals, all for like $5. Then you get to use the carcass to make a stock. Especially if you go after 5 o'clock or so, they mark them down to move the product. I've noticed less of this. Business don't like marking down products. As an example, I used to buy pumpkins the day after Halloween, now Therese none to be found. So they just throw them out? What I've noticed, particularly at Safeway, is they'll take the meat off of them, throw it in a plastic tray and then put it in the fridge section for $8 lb. That's a weird thing to do to a pumpkin. To all my fellow college kids who use Chegg as a lifeline but can't afford it. Use textsheet.com, copy the URL of the blocked Chegg page and paste, answer that you're under 13 on the survey so they can't ask you anything else, and bam! An unlocked text of the problem solution. You can donate plasma and be paid $30. Up to 6 times a month. Extra $180. It is supposed to hurt a little. I donate twice a week. For $70 a week. My donation center has monthly promotions. If I donate every week and I manage to get the promotion, I can earn $300 $350 a month. By just sitting on my ass for a few hours a week. How much does it hurt and how long does it take? You'll have to have a clean medical history as far as blood stuff goes. If you've done anything like had surgery recently, traveled to places that are known to have Ebola, or engaged in gay sex, you won't get through. Also, any STDs will count you out. The initial setup took me about 4 hours to read all the information and get in their system, but after that I could be in and out in as little as an hour. What they'll do is put you in a nice reclined chair, stick the needle in either your right or left arm, and draw out the blood. The machine you're hooked up to will separate the plasma from the blood, then pump the blood back into you. The first few times it felt weird, but you get used to it. Make sure you eat before you go, drink lots of water, get a good rest, and don't use any drugs, alcohol, tobacco the day of beforehand, or you'll run the risk of passing out, which in my experience was not fun. As a gay man, I knew my virginity would come in handy. Drink only water. It's one of those ripple effect things that improves every other area of your life. I work in a welfare office. The number of people who are both 1, unable to afford proper nutrition, supposedly, and 2, morbidly obese is counterintuitive until you see the enormous sodas so many people travel with. It's incredibly easy to drink more calories than you think you're drinking, and the fattening nature of these drinks is all in the sugar content. Switch to carrying water instead of soda or other sweetened beverages and I assure you the following will happen. 1. You will save more money than you imagine. 2. You will sleep better. 3. Food will taste better. 4. You will have more consistent energy throughout the day. 5. Your skin overall appearance will improve. And 6. You will lose weight. If you do nothing other than stop spending money on soda sweet tea and just drink filtered tap water, you will thank yourself. Source: was poor, now I'm not poor. Still drink only water, and unsweetened coffee. Am over 40 pounds lighter, sleep well, and feel better. But what about my highly demanding beer drinking schedule? Replace those on-the-go sodas with beer. Stop buying weed. Edit: to elaborate, I'm not anti-weed. I'm trying to help. I grew up in poverty, and nearly everyone smoked weed. The only people who didn't smoke weed were able to focus on a way out. Everyone I knew used weed as a bandage to cover a gaping hole in their ambition. Buy the store version, aka imitation brand, version of things. Cheaper and it works the exact same save for a few exceptions. Canadians, selection brand baked beans are shit. You don't need the expensive ass Heinz ones, but I strongly urge you not to buy selection brand baked beans. I love how strong your opinion on bottom shelf baked beans are. Keep fighting the good fight. Baked beans are a big deal in British culture, and now I'm learning in Canadian culture as well. They aren't our overly sugared, super sweet, cloying American baked beans in the US, even the Heinz brand. They're honestly something entirely different. Just FYI. Or I would think baked beans to be a super weird thing to have strong opinions about. Wish I knew where the duck to buy some British-style baked beans, that didn't charge an arm and a leg for being fancy or exotic import food. Those shits are goad.